is Jarrod Horak, and in this video, I'm going to analyze the Indiana Derby and give out my top 4 choices. The Indiana Derby is the 12th race at Horseshoe Indianapolis on Saturday, July 5th. Grade 3, $300,000 Indiana Derby for 3-year-olds, a mile and a 16th on the main track. Scheduled post time is 6:33 p.m. Eastern Time. We have a maiden breaking from the inside post, number 1 Publisher for Steve S. Musson. This one's run 8 times, 2 seconds and 3/3. His first 4 maiden special weight starts, he hit the board in all of those races. Then he stepped into the stakes ranks, the Grade 3 Southwest Stakes. He finished 7th in a 9-horse field. He was placed 6th through disqualification. He was 4th of 13 in the Rebel Stakes. In the Arkansas Derby, they added blinkers, and he ran a much better race. He got a lot of pace help that day when they were dueling on the lead, and he rallied from far back to finish 2nd, and a clear 2nd behind Sandman, and Coal Battle was 3rd that day. And then in the Kentucky Derby in the slop, he was 14th in a 19-horse field. So they continue to put him in tough spots. He should save ground, trying to close ground from off the pace under his new rider, Mike Smith. Number 2, Master Controller. This one's 15-1 morning line, and he'll probably impact the pace. His first 3 career starts were in the maiden special weight ranks, and then he dropped into a maiden claiming $100,000 in his first start this year, May 24th at Churchill Downs to 6.5 furlongs. He added Lasix, he was 13-1, and he wired the field that day. Stretching back out in distance in his second start of the year, he'll probably impact the pace at long odds. Number 3 is Coal Battle, and he's 7-2 morning line, and he's 5 for 10 lifetime with 2 show finishes. And he won multiple Kentucky Derby points races earlier this year, actually going back to 2024. In December, he won the Springboard Mile, and then he won the Smarty Jones Stakes, wiring the field. He rallied from off the pace in that Springboard Mile. And then the Grade 2 Rebel Stakes, he sat in mid-pack. The Grade 1 Arkansas Derby, in that race, he ended up finishing 3rd in a 9-horse field. He was best of the rest in 3rd behind Sandman and Publisher, but he probably moved too early into fast fractions. And then the late runners, they made the last runs, Sandman and Publisher, to finish 1-2. Not a bad effort in that Arkansas Derby. In the Kentucky Derby, he was 11th in a 19-horse field. That was in the slop. And then a mile and a 16th at Churchill, the Grade 3 Matt Winn. He was 3rd in a 4-horse field. East Avenue was setting the pace, and he was chasing from 2nd, and they ended up finishing a clear 3rd of 4. He does like this distance, 3 starts with 2 wins and a show finish. He'll probably track the pace from an inner post. Number 4 is Shan, and he is 30-1 morning line. He's 2 for 12 overall with 3 seconds and 2/3, and he's run twice at this oval with a win and a runner-up finish, and he's 0 for 1 at this distance. Back-to-back efforts, he finished 2nd at Churchill Downs and claiming $50,000 races at 6 furlongs. So decent efforts there. He was the favorite last time out. He was clearly second best, but this is a much better field. He's stretching out in distance. Maybe he will impact the pace in this spot. Probably won't be around at the end. Number 5 is Chunk of Gold, and he is 6-1 morning line. He's putting blinkers on for his trainer Ethan West, and Ethan West, with horses adding blinkers, 1 for 20. So it's not a strong angle for him, but maybe they're trying to get him to focus and do a little bit more. In his career debut, all-weather sprint at Turfway in December of last year, he broke his maiden by a neck, and it's been all stakes races since then. 5 stakes starts since that maiden victory, with 4 runner-up finishes in the Leonida Stakes, the Grade 2 Risen Star, the Grade 2 Louisiana Derby, and then the Grade 3 Ohio Derby. The only time he finished out of the exacta and didn't finish 2nd in a stakes race was in the Grade 1 Kentucky Derby. He was 9th in a 19-horse field. So he likes to stalk or close. Maybe blinkers want to get him involved a little bit earlier. Still eligible for an entry-level allowance race. Number 6 is Tip Top Thomas, and he should impact the pace for trainer Todd Pletcher, and John Velasquez is his new rider. And for this one, 6 furlong debut at Saratoga last summer, he won by a head. Then he was in the Grade 1 Champaign, and he was 2nd behind Chancellor McPatrick at 1 mile. His first start this year was at 6 furlongs. That was in April, and that was at Keeneland, and he ended up finishing 4th in a 9-horse field, back around a 1-turn mile last time out, and he was able to get out there and wire the field. It was a slow early, fast late event. So now he's going to stretch out around 2 turns for the first time in his 3rd start this year. He did earn a better speed rating last time, but his overall pedigree isn't great for 2 turns. But I don't know that a mile and a 16th is definitely out of his reach, especially if he can control the pace, but I don't know that he can do that. There are some long shots in here that want to be forwardly placed. Number 7 is Big Truzz, and this one is 9-2 morning line. He's also entered in the Iowa Derby, but the connections are saying they want to run in this spot. So we'll see if he does go here. It seems like he is going to go here. And at 9-2 morning line with Declan Cannon aboard for trainer Brian Lynch. And Brian Lynch, 14% with horses trying to turns for the first time. He also shows a positive return on investment with his shippers. Now this one ran well in all three sprints, 6.5 furlongs on a fast track in his debut. He sat in mid-pack and he won by 4 lengths, and the clear runner-up was the next out winner. And then he ran into Patch Adams, one of the top 3-year-old sprinters, if not the top 3-year-old sprinter in the country. And Patch Adams defeated him at 6.5 furlongs in the slop at Churchill Downs second time out when Big Truzz tracked from post 10, and he was clearly second best. And then last time, Patch Adams won the Grade 1 Woody Stevens at 7 furlongs in the mud at Saratoga, and Big Truzz rallied from that inside post in a 10-horse field. He rallied, he saved ground, he was third that day. Not a bad effort, but Patch Adams and Madaket Road were 1-2 in the Woody Stevens, and they both were forwardly placed there. Big Truzz didn't have a great start from the inside post, a little bit of an uncomfortable trip, and now he's going to stretch out in distance. And they paid $300,000 for him, and the pedigree is promising for this 2-turn distance. Justify the sire, and Curlin is the dam sire. So average winning distance for the sire, 7.7 furlongs, and the dam sire, 7.7 furlongs. And then looking at the Briss number that he has for distance, a 114, which is a strong route number. So this one has back-to-back bullet workouts at Churchill Downs for this race, and he's not done much wrong. He earned decent speed ratings, and if he can handle 2 turns, he's a contender. Number 8, Brotha Keny, is next. This one is 12-1 morning line, and he is 2 for 2 at this oval and 1 for 1 at this distance. And then those were victories were his last 2 starts when he went from all weather to the main track on April 24th. He broke his maiden by a neck right up on the pace. Last time out on a good track at 1 mile and 70 yards. That was on May 28th. He came from off the pace and he won by more than 3 lengths, but he's stepping way up in class and he's going to have to run faster to compete with these. Finally, number 9 is Instant Replay. And Instant Replay is 4 for 8 with a second and a third for trainer Brad Cox. Luan Machado is going to ride him, and he is 4 for 11 with trainer Brad Cox recently, and this is the first time he's ridden this horse. Took him a little while to get going. His 3rd career start, maiden claiming 100,000, a 1-turn mile at Churchill, and he broke his maiden by more than 8 lengths. And then he didn't run well in a 1-mile race at Oaklawn in his next start where he dueled on the lead, and he finished 4th. Sandman won that race. That pace was slow. That's why he was dueling up on the lead. He is versatile, though. He's been able to stalk the pace like he did in his maiden victory, and then he rallied from far back in a dirt route at Fairgrounds optional claiming race in February to win that one by 5 lengths. Then in the Louisiana Derby, rallied from far back there to finish 3rd in a 10-horse field. And then he won the Bathhouse Row Stakes. That was a slow, early, fast, late event at 1 mile and an 1/8, and he was racing wide, and the race shape was against him, and he was able to win that race anyway. And then the Texas Derby in the slop last time out, he stalked the pace from the inside post, and he won that race by a length. So he's versatile, but from that outside post, he'll probably be coming from a bit off the pace in here. He's definitely in good form right now. And now for my top 4 in the Indiana Derby. My 4th choice is going to be number 1, Publisher. And for him, as I said, he's a maiden. He can hit the board like he did in the Arkansas Derby. He was competitive in the Rebel as well, saving all the ground. I think he can get up there and get a minor award. I'd like to see him get back into the maiden ranks, get a confidence-boosting victory, and then maybe go back into the stakes ranks after that. But maybe he'll surprise and win this race. The horse that I picked to finish 3rd is the 3, Coal Battle. He's solid. Said he likes this distance. He's got some running style versatility, decent post position. I can see him running a good race in here. My 2nd choice is going to be the 9, Instant Replay. And for Instant Replay, if he can overcome that outside post, he could work out a good trip. That's going to be the key, because if he doesn't want to lose too much ground. Last time he won from the inside post. And he did win from the outside post in the Bathhouse Row Stakes, but that was a longer race, 1 mile and a 16th. But for him, if he can work out some kind of trip from that outside draw, he definitely could finish right in the money. I'm going to go with the 7, Big Truzz as my top choice. I like that long distance route pedigree for him with Justify and Curlin on the sire and dam sire. And then for this one, he ran well in all 3 career starts, running against Patch Adams, not being disgraced at all in his last 2 starts after that impressive maiden victory. And the track should be fast, so he'll be able to get back on a fast track, it looks like, and he was really good in his fast track debut at Keeneland. And that will wrap up my look at the Indiana Derby with number 7 Big Truzz as my top choice. And if you're interested in my full card analysis, you'll find my full cards at therunawayhorse.com on my shop page. I'm doing full cards from Saratoga this week, July 3rd through 6th, full cards. And then next week, July 10th through 13th at Saratoga. Then I'm going to be doing the Del Mar Summer Meet, the entire Del Mar Summer Meet, beginning on July 18th. So I'm covering all of those full cards. And then select Saturday full cards at Saratoga as well. And if you're interested in a bonus free pick each day, you'll find a free pick at therunawayhorse.com on my Better Bets blog page. Just go to my website. At the top, you're going to see Better Bets free picks. Click there. You'll get a free pick from around the country each day. I have some other stakes races on my channel this week from Saratoga, Belmont Derby, Belmont Oaks, and I'm doing this Indiana Derby as well. So keep checking my channel for all of these handicapping videos, horse racing news videos, and more. And don't forget to like, comment, and share these videos if you like them. Subscribe to my channel as well. It's free to subscribe. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.